best ZSS in Chicago.
In Chicago, absolutely.
The first still being Ned, because before Cloud came out, he made ZSS. And Ned still pulls out that Zero Suit, which is
Definitely gonna that knowledge going to be very, very powerful here, since he has sort of the inside out of that character under his belt.
From what I know, Zero Suit loses this matchup pretty heavily, unfortunately, just because of spacing. But she definitely has tools to end the stock early. Like if anything, like she was the early Bayonetta. Before Bayonetta came out, it was just like, oh, look at that, ZSS or taking stock from the top at like 6, 13, 10%.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think ZSS is sort of like a weird blend of she's like chic Bayo in a way. In terms of like her ledge game, she can, off the top, she's Bayo, and to the side, she's chic.
Yeah. Yeah. But with kill potential.
With kill potential.
And Zero Suit is a very hard character to learn because her her hitboxes are very precise.
Yeah, I was about to say that same exact word.
Yeah, they're like they're skinny and they're precise. Like they kind of, I wouldn't say honest, just because like some of the combos that she does is ridiculous, but
I mean,
her hitboxes, there's nothing about them that are too crazy.
Not like Cloud. Cloud, who has these just enormous hurt boxes that covers a lot of ground, and for ZSS, who obviously has a lot smaller hitboxes, more precise, it's a lot of pressure for her to have to deal with, especially Ned, who is predicting where Unibrownies is going to be landing pretty reliably. Very good at just kind of following up.
So which Ned did a really good combo. If like earlier percentages around like 40 to 50%, fast falling up air into like any aerial follow up usually can be a fair is actually like true. He did that really, really well. If Smash Roll platform was kind of rolling in faster like backwards, he would have gotten the spikes, but good DI from Unibrownies. Keep it back on the ledge, and he's trying. I would say he's really trying, but Ned just has the upper hand.
Absolutely, he has the limit there. I don't know if he had to necessarily. So we'll see what happens as a result. Yeah. I mean, he's still in an incredibly advantageous position, but it means that Unibrownies might be able to go and take at least this stock from him in the meantime.
Yeah. Well, like.
But up air is also very powerful. Right. You see, Cloud's up air. I think.
You punish. So if you see like a ZSS kind of dolphin flipping a lot, just catch it with up air. That's probably like a tip that I could probably give out, is that if you're just struggling with the ZSS and you're Cloud player, they're just dolphin flipping around you, punish it with up air. Punish it with up air at like the peak of the hill.
I mean, isn't that just kind of what you do with Cloud? You just kind of
not necessarily, because towards the end, all right, towards the end she wins out the trade. Because it's a very hardy code.
And we see Unibrownies. Oh my goodness! Oh my. See, so it's that spike potential that's also very important, because the up air, the climb hazard can only take you so far up. Right. Obviously with Cloud, so she has that. Because
Cloud doesn't have the ability to obviously auto snap. Yeah. Like it's free game for ZSS to kind of just gimp him like that. And like ZSS is known and infamous for taking out stocks that early.
I mean,
especially on Clouds.
Grand total of 13% before he got that. So. And I mean, you can see that Unibrownies is doing it a lot more often, just trying to send him further down every time. But Ned already with limit. We'll see how far. Already has to use it. Yeah. So.
And like Unibrownies is doing a really good job at creating this pressure where he's forcing Ned to use his climb or use his limit to recover, and just dealing out like that overall aggression and just trying to win neutral. But as of right now, it looks like Ned's got the
before, like, Unibrownies was actually doing significantly better when he was not jumping as much and not dolphin flipping as much. When he was just sitting on stage in neutral, he actually had a more advantageous position. I was about to say that, and then he started jumping. Ooh, is able to bait out the limit though, actually. So solid option there. But I mean, it was the moment that he started kind of trying to get a lot of his aerials off again that he ended up just kind of getting caught by dash attack, and then I think it was an up air. So.
Well, so like Ned's a he's a player that is, to describe his playstyle as very slippery, very hard to catch Ned on a lot of things because he plays just so to his character, and he knows when to get out of these situations. And Cloud being one of the better like comeback kings of Smash next to like Ryu and stuff like that, it's like this is it. This is where you showcase what Cloud can do, and why Cloud's like a good character is that like he's got this potential, this comeback, and like Unibrownies started the second stock. Cloud was at like 70-something%, and now look at it.
It's very hard for Unibrownies to kind of find a way in right now, trying to get back on the ledge, and he was looking for openings before, and now it's just a matter of recovery, and it's very hard, especially because of the limit, and he's just tossing him to ledge, hitting him.
If Unibrownies can get a good grab going, I feel like it can be the start of either a really good combo and actually Rage.
Power of the yeah, Rage. So,
but her backer is actually really good. But I think if he it's very iffy to say to grab more, since ZSS's grab is very punishable if you miss, and you miss something on a Cloud, holy moly, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the beat down. So he has to play like this kind of safe, very smart counter pick, I believe, because it forces Cloud to not have any like, he doesn't have anything to camp with, right? He has to face it like head on, and ZS is really good at like head on like battles like that.
And I mean that's obvious here. I mean Unibrownies getting a very solid combo off.
We're just kind of dancing around each other for now, but
yeah, I think Ned realizes sort of the stage disadvantage that he's kind of at right now, and he's becoming more patient, only going in when he knows that he's sort of guaranteed something, knowing that he's so close to limit that he begins getting more aggressive again. And now,
I mean, that's a prime example. It's like, yeah, you want to start grabbing more because it's the start of your good combos. Like ZS is really good and combo oriented off the grabs, but you miss it and like
it's punishable.
It's very punishable. And for Cloud, you get the beating.
Yeah, and I think you see that out of a lot of like high tier characters in general, is that they're very they're good at easily capitalizing. Oh, very good, very solid limit cross slash.
Ned's really good at conserving limit because he wants to use it obviously for the buffs that Cloud gets, but if he sees that opening,
I mean,
wants to end the stock.
That's what you want. Like you optimally, in my opinion, if you don't have to use the limit to take the stock, then don't. But then you have it cross over. But I mean, if it's what you need to take the stock, then absolutely take it. Because you could just use that time to get more limit. The power of Cloud.
That's just chasing Uni at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that.
He's starting to understand where he's landing, where his opening can be, and like, it's like, granted he had some lose limit there, but it's just like he knows when to like do like any sort of options to kind of back Uni off. And oof. Well,
I think he also knows the risk reward of that. I mean, getting more damage on Unibrownies at that point, it was more important. He already had the stock advantage. So at that point, you might as well just use that limit to go and have him at a more disadvantageous position once you get back on ledge.
Well, I'm not taking it.
Still a very solid set of games. Very, very solid. Especially that second game. I